So you had actually shared this. One of you guys shared this with me. I found this fascinating. Okay, and I didn't even realize it. So MLB, Major League Baseball pitcher, has been moonlighting as not a rodeo clown, but actually doing some roping at rodeo events.
Yes.
All right, and when I first saw this, I thought, and he's been doing it under a presumed name. Okay, a fake name.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe it's a middle reliever. It's someone who's been in back and forth from the majors to AAA. Little known guy. Maybe he just enjoys doing it. Maybe he's from the South, which is true. But no, it's actually Arizona, newly acquired Arizona Diamondbacks former San Francisco Giant ace Madison Bumgarner. The left-hander secret rodeo career, first responded by The Atlantic on Sunday, has rapidly picked up. Now he went on and on. He goes by let me see the name here. Oh, he says that he won $26,000 in an event last December.
Solid. For
someone who has an $85 million 5-year contract with the Diamondbacks. Makes it a little funky. He goes by Mason Saunders. Okay, Mason is a shortened form of Madison. Yeah. Saunders is his wife's maiden name. He says his wife actually calls him that when they're out in public, not just at these events, but they're out in public to keep so people don't recognize him.
Yeah.
But then he just as he was interviewing with The Atlantic, he said the gig's up now.
It's like, over now.
But you're going to ruin that for me. He just says it's part of who we are. You know, he loves the rodeo. There were some concerns about him doing this in the contract. The Diamondbacks did respond to that, but they said that they weren't going to get in it right at that point. Another thing to note, in 2017, this doesn't shock me now, he missed 3 months because of a dirt bike accident. So this guy has a life outside of baseball.
Adrenaline junkie.
It's rather exotic. Dirt biking and rodeo. Well, it's not rodeo clowning. That would be fun, though.
That would be cool.
God, I think, obviously, any major leaguer doing this with the potential to ruin his career, but the fact that it's Madison Bumgarner, former World Series MVP. Yeah. He's not an ace anymore, but he's still pretty darn good. Jesus, if you're the Diamondbacks, what the hell are you telling this guy?
Stop.
I don't know, but I mean, look, he's a pitcher, okay? He's a pitcher, but he's a professional athlete, and I think there's got to be a lot of stuff going on inside there that just waiting to get out. Because even during the season, you train, you go to practice and all that stuff, but you pitch once every 5 days. Imagine how much adrenaline is just built up inside your body. You're an athlete. You got to go out. You got to let him burn it off. It's his ass. I mean, who knows? The reason I bet they're not commenting on this, I bet he put in that contract that I'm allowed to go do dumb shit, and I'll give you the money back if I fuck myself up. I bet that's why they're not commenting on it too.
That's probably true.
And it says that Lectins is fake from the Mayo Clinic.
Lectins is fake.
I'm allowed to do dumb shit.
Yeah. I'm allowed to do dumb shit.
Look it up in page 4, paragraph 3, subtext X2.
Exactly.
I'm allowed to do dumb shit.
Yeah.
Such as dirt bike.
Yeah, it's under miscellaneous shit.
Yeah. Do you think he's is it the cattle that he's doing? They didn't specify. You think he's a cattle guy?
He's a rodeo dude, right? So does he just ride bulls?
No.
That's what I thought.
I think he was roping.
Oh.
So he's like out on the stallion,
so
and
then you rope. Those are the things. Those are the
little calves.
The little calves that are, they use until they turn them into veal. So, it's fine. Yeah, that's either way. It's pretty fucking gangster. I think it's cool.
Right.
And if he's getting the money back.
If you look at Madison Bumgarner, he's got the fuck. Okay, basically, he's just admitting if he wasn't a pitcher, this is what he'd be doing with his life, and he's got the build for it, man. You rope him, you sling yourself off, you go down. I think you got to tie all 4 legs, and that's how it goes. I mean, the likelihood of him getting hurt if he knows how to ride a horse, it's pretty low.
He's an elite athlete. Yeah.
Wasn't there a ball player that was out for the season because he sneezed weird? You're gonna get hurt no matter what you do.
Yeah, well, Sammy Sosa pulled a back muscle. There was also Marty Cordova fell asleep in the tanning bed.
That's right. I remember that.
And missed a month. Or it wasn't a month. It was a couple of weeks.
Yeah, sun poisoning and shit. Fake sun poisoning.
He didn't have his goggles on either. Guys are protected property. I don't know. Jay Williams, ESPN commentator, severed his spleen in a motorcycle accident. Never played basketball again. Bobby Hurley fucked himself up. Well, that was different. He was driving a car, but he was driving it recklessly. I guess my point is, I don't know. I just like rodeoing and then off-season basketball or something are two different beasts. Maybe I just don't know enough about rodeoing. I don't even think you call it rodeoing.
I think it's just
Yeah.
I think it's literally like Murr just described as just riding a horse,
Rodeo.
jumping off said horse, and tying something up that you've already thrown a lasso around. Like, I mean, what's?
You think the PETA people are going to come calling now?
I mean, who cares? Don't they always?
I think so.
I thought they left when they came for Jimmy Seafood, and Jimmy Seafood was like, "Nah, son, back it up."
They came for Jimmy Seafood out in Dundalk?
Yeah, do you not remember? This?
Oh yeah.
For what?
Have we not talked? Holy shit! For crabs.
So what are they going to shut down every crab fucking shack in the area?
They put up a big sign like in the Inner Harbor and was like, "We're not food. We're
crustaceans.
You know, like we're lives too." And Jimmy was like, "Yeah, nah." I think the first thing they did was they colored the blue crab red, and it was like, "Okay, now we're food." Like that was their immediate retort.
Yeah, dude. He like owned Twitter for about a month there. And he went hard. He bought some billboards himself, like just heckling the shit out of
They had
PETA.
a brewery
Like,
brew a beer for them called PETA Tears.
Damn.
And they had it on tap at the restaurant like all summer.
Well, I guess okay, all right. So
sorry.
PETA will come calling.
We digress.
Madison Bumgarner will say, "Yeah, I'm just a rodeo clown, man."
We'll get them PETA Tears.
I'd prefer if he was a rodeo clown.
Yeah,
You know, like a little shifty, dodgy.
That does sound funnier.
Yeah.
I always wanted to be a rodeo clown. I thought that'd be the most awesome gig in the world.
What? Because you were shifty and agile and quick and
Yeah, all of the above. And then, you dress like an idiot, but you're probably the most athletic person in the whole arena that night.
Also, for the record, you get to get inside of barrels, which is fucking cool.
Gotcha.
You get to be like, yoink, and like hang out,
Right.
and then pop out. Like, you motherfucker.
And you tell him you can't see good.
Yeah.
And
Right.
Murray, yes or no, did you ever climb the pole at the Cecil County Fair? The little like grease pole to ring the bell?
Yes, I did, and I almost made it too, man. I was
Yeah.
so pissed. I was the first. Here's where the guy told me I don't know what radio DJ it was at the time, probably somebody at WXCY, like in the early days. He's like, "Ah, man, sorry, dude, you probably would have made it if you weren't the first one up because it had all the fresh grease on it." And yeah, the next guy went up, and he'd obviously been seasoned at this. He went up with his he took his shirt off as he was going up and was like cleaning the pole as he climbed.
Gotcha.
So I just didn't know the mechanics.
Yeah. So it was like I don't know, how tall do you think? 20 foot?
Yeah, about 15, 20 foot,
15,
something like that.
20
It was
foot.
higher than a basketball pole, but not so high that you die if you fell.
Right. But it greased
That's
up.
fair.
Nice and greased up.
15,
and
20
to
feet.
do it, you pay $1.
Yeah.
And if you got up and rung the cowbell, you got all, well, not all the money, some of the money.
You got all the fixins.
That's all. All of the giblets.
All the fixins.
Well, let's see. I mean, his rodeo days, at least he's got another month or so to get his lassoing in.
His
Lassoing. My cousin's going to kill me.
Dude, you could do it. I mean, it just seems like a thing you could do at any time. Like you said, he's a pitcher. Like, was he play like long toss a couple of days a week with like some other pitcher? You know what I mean? Has a couple of bullpen sessions, lifts some weights.
Right.
Yeah, plenty of time for rope and steer. Plenty of time.
But with the exception of like Bartolo Colon, like every Major League Baseball pitcher is a real athlete, and
Gotcha.
they got nothing to do with their body but throw a ball once every 5 days. That's I don't know. It seems like a kind of lame existence besides the paycheck.
And during the 2014 World Series when he came in Game 7 and won, I was actually watching this with Kilby. He actually came in relief after throwing 2 complete games. He came in Game 7, and Kilby was like, "That motherfucker, he probably doesn't do anything good other than throw a fucking baseball." Now we've dispelled that.
Yeah,
he's actually.
That's a very Derek Kilby thing to say. just so he knows.
And let's be honest too. Like what? Like $25,000 for a night of rodeo. I mean, that's a solid life, even if you weren't playing baseball.
Yeah, that's solid work.
What are you gonna do? Be a fucking Zamboni driver? Like 500 a night?
500 in a sweater, baby. 500 in a sweater.